Greetings all.
Greetings, Allan.
How is everybody doing?
Fine.
How did everybody's experiments with soy sauce go?
I
I
might
learned
have,
I do not like the smell of about 10 soy sauce slides crystallizing behind my desk.
Disgusting, isn't it?
It gets a bit pongy,
Yeah.
but I can't wait to see what you guys came up with, because I came up with stuff I was not expecting to see.
I have about 5 examples to show in addition
Okay.
to some others.
I've got a mess to show you.
I have
Yeah, me
three.
too. A
I have
complete mess.
three. Yeah, three images. I tried all kinds of different experiments. I had two combinations that worked to my satisfaction. The three pictures.
Well, I went to the Chinese food shop and I bought all different kinds of soy sauce. They all stink, and I got some fish sauce as well, which was a more interesting thing to crystallize,
Wow.
but smelled even worse. So, who shall we begin with? Henry, you're always up for a.
Okay. Hold on.
Not only is Henry up for it, he knows how to share screens.
Well, most of the time, although I have my
really
moments.
up to you, Henry. You don't have to if you don't want
No,
to.
I'm happy to do
pick
it.
on someone else.
I'm happy to get it over with. Let's see here. So,
Bud,
Hey,
I got outbid.
is it over your limit?
No, not yet. I counted and then back in the lead.
okay.
Oh,
So,
right.
did my picture come up?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Holy mackerel.
No, I'll try it again. Sorry, that's not even the first one. That's the one I want to start with. Okay.
That doesn't look anything like mine.
Oh, mine.
Well, this is, only a handful of mine are going to be soy. Gosh, every time I click something else, it goes out of the full screen. Okay. This is MSM mixed with soy sauce. So it gives you the yellow tinge to it. But MSM powder. It's something I've played around with and have had some pretty good success with. But I'm I forget what it even is. Some kind of supplement. Anyway,
beautiful colors.
Anyway, yeah, it came out okay. It definitely got these tight, rather grainy clusters. I just kind of like this one, the way it sort of came together. Found and of course I did my usual Rorschach thing, where on the right I'm seeing a reindeer, and in the middle there's a man, and in the left it's some kind of alien creature. So there you are.
I see teeth.
I see a molar in the middle at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Everybody's going to bring their own experiences to these things.
Yep.
With a bad root structure.
Yeah, there you go.
Look like my teeth.
Yeah, if your dentist is showing you this on your X-rays, you definitely have got some expensive work coming up ahead. Okay, next one is Epsom salt in soy sauce. I didn't have very many that were spread out. There was mostly little clusters of stuff. Anyway, I like this one little structure that I picked out, and it was lots of little lines and things like this. It was sort of a sea creature of some sort. We want to go that route. Anyway, I just like the way the shapes were, and way the Epsom salt just sort of reacts to it. And this is also Epsom salt. This one did sort of spread out more, so we got more, more area covered, but lots of stringy structures. So those are my 3 soy sauce images that I was reasonably okay with, but it wasn't one. Well, I haven't had anything I've really been excited about, but I have some other pictures just to show. Some of these that were at the Wednesday meeting might have seen.
And you typically stack these 30 to 40 shots?
Yeah, this was, couldn't tell you how many this was. This was probably a 10x objective, and it was probably in the 80 image stack range. This is Truvia and dextrose melted together. I like the kind of the chromium kind of feel to it. And this is another one from that same series. So I'm having some fun with that. I'll be trying that again.
So try and remember what these two look like, because I believe I have some Truvia and dextrose.
Okay, well then there you go. Melted or a solution.
Solution.
Okay, so that would be the contrast. This is acetaminophen and resorcinol that are melted together. I know they call it something else in the UK, but paracetam, something like that.
Paracetamol.
Paracetamol, yeah. I don't know why they have two different names, but anyway, that's same thing, just a tablet that had been crushed.
So Henry,
yeah.
Question for you. How's the chemistry, or do you know anything about the melting versus putting things into a solution? What makes them different? Do you know?
Other than the end effect, I couldn't really explain it chemically. This isn't my background.
I was just curious as to why you choose to melt them rather than it gives a different effect, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it's of course quicker too, because you melt something usually within 10 minutes. I've got something I can put under the lens.
Okay.
But yeah, I tend to have better effect with certain kinds of chemicals. Certain things that just work better in with the solution. But I've been doing a lot of melts of late because as with Harold, I put my stuff together out in the garage, and it's an unheated garage, and it's been cold, so I try to spend as little time out there as I can. So I melts are really nice for this time.
I agree with Henry. I can't add anything to the chemistry, but there are people that I know that have tremendous results, things that I'm striving for, and they do nothing but melts. They're convinced melting gives you a better end product.
Yeah, and with certain kind of chemicals, I absolutely agree with that. But there are certain ones that I prefer to do play with water, and I'll do some more of those as we get into the warmer months. Anyway, this is also the acetaminophen and resorcinol. Resorcinol is just a great thing. It comes in these little flakes. It has a really low melting point, so it's a great chemical to work with if you want to play with melts.
What does it look like by itself?
They're little golden flakes, little tiny flakes that come in a package. I think it's a supplement. It's some kind of I don't even know what half the stuff is that I work with, but I got a little bag of it from Amazon, and I just.
But what do the crystals look like by themselves?
Oh,
after you melt them,
more or less like what you're seeing in the bottom third of this picture.
That's what I remembered. I thought these fans of spikes. Yeah.
So throwing in some other things, the acetaminophen gives me more of the blob. So it's just fun, play around with combinations. This is MSG in water dissolved in water. So this one is a solution. So this is just in water, and this is having a lot of fun with this. It's just MSG straight out of a little shaker you'd get at the grocery store, and might not be great for your heart health, but it's great for making crystals. This is kojic acid that's been melted. Another one that I've had a bit of fun with. Get lots of cracks, which can be an interesting pattern. And the rest of these, I showed a lot of these at the other meeting, and this is just ABE, the Polish wart remover, just spread very thinly on a slide and allowed to evaporate overnight. So
I cannot wait to get my bottle of ABE. I ordered it the other night. So
okay, it's more expensive every time I look at it. I was noticing
$18.
Yeah, with the shipping, it's crazy. I think it was like $8 the first time I ordered it. But anyway, I just so you know, I do when I go take these into Photoshop, I do a select subject, which gives me the structure. but all the background with all the little debris that you see in the background is I create a mask and I mask that out and drop a black background behind it. So I get rid of a lot of the, there's like little bits and stuff. So it's just makes it for a cleaner picture. So all of these are like that. And so I have a handful like these. But I was really having fun with these swirls that I was getting.
Very, very artistic, both of these.
Yeah, I thought so. This one had more structure in the middle, and I left it in because I liked the way it looked, kind of the feather structure, interacting with that. This one I was pleased with as well.
I've never thought of just using the straight ABE.
Yeah, I've tried it, mixing it with different things, and I decided this time I'd just try it straight, and was pleased. But I, made it put as little bit on the little wand that comes in the container, and just spreading it very thinly onto the slide.
Have you tried diluting it in a solvent?
I have. I've tried it with, and that's it. Let me just get out of here. Stop that one. Okay. Yeah, I've tried it with vodka. I have tried it with isopropyl alcohol, and I've got some salicylic acid powder that I've tried melting in or mixing in with it just to see what that would do, since that's one of the basic ingredients of ABE. That did not do much. None of those I've been very happy with. Although I've got a few successes, but this is the best I've gotten from this so far. But
so Henry, when you say you spread it thin, what do you spread it thin with? Do you use another slide?
It comes in a little tube.
A bottle.
Inside the tube, you open a little bottle. You open up you unscrew and it has a little wand inside the lid that's for applying it, a little applicator, I guess. And I just, I rub it against the neck of the bottle just to get as much of it off as I can, and then I just use it to smear it onto the slide.
Have you ever, how the hematologists work with another slide? They put a drop on and they drag the top slide at an angle. They touch it and then they sweep it across the slide. Have you tried anything like that?
I've done that with other things. I haven't done it with this particular product, but yeah.
So, Bud, you don't smash the two slides together parallel. You're saying you hold it at an angle and drag it?
Yeah. When you do a slide like you're doing a blood smear, you hold it like this. The drop is here, so you get the drop to touch and it spreads across the bottom, and then just sweep it across.
The capillary action makes it spread across.
Right. And gives you a very thin layer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Allan.
Exactly what Allan's showing.
Right. Just slide it out.
So once it spreads side to side, you just sweep it in one smooth motion. It makes a real thin layer.
You won't get that capillary action with the viscous ABE, I don't believe. It's a wart remover.
Right.
You can get an even thinner coating if you use a cover slip, a longer cover slip. It spreads it out even thinner.
I've done that, and I think it almost makes it too thin because I don't get much of anything.
Yeah. It's great for blood smears, though.
I'll remember that.
That was my question because I'm a total novice at crystals.
Have you thought about these people in Europe or in Poland? They think there's an abnormal amount of people in the U.S. with warts.
At least this distributor in Chicago, they must wonder.
Yeah.
I bought the first tube. I'm still on it. It really goes a long ways, but I ended up buying 3 more the next time just because I wanted. If I was going to pay for the shipping, I didn't want to have to keep paying it for each one of them. But
the stuff is shipped from Chicago, just up the road from me.
Yep.
Mine was shipped from Poland.
Mm.
So, okay.
Who's next? Thanks, Henry.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Thanks.
It's a good lead off. Anyone else? I could try and share. So I click the share button. I'm
desktop
again.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-oh, no, wrong thing. So do you see some sort of a picture here?
Yep, we got your list of chemicals there.
Okay, so okay, so this is somewhat similar to one I showed previously, but a different slide, similar result. It's bald.
Not getting
No.
a picture yet.
Oh no.
Yeah, just got your screen, but it's blank.
Okay, so I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to come back here. Okay, I might start over with this because
When you open one of those pictures, does it show up on your screen?
yes, I see it on my screen. I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah, that's what you want to share is the
Desktop.
actual
Screen.
picture. Yeah.
I'm sorry, multiple people were talking. What I want to share is what?
Well, the picture, not your folder.
So there's a picture of you guys. I wouldn't think I want to share that.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's your
sir.
desktop.
It's your desktop, it looks like.
you're not seeing my photos.
There we
Now
go.
I'm seeing your photo.
Now we got them.
Okay. Okay, so this is bald. You're seeing a big picture of yellow, blues, and blacks.
Yes.
Yep. Beautiful.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
So my whole goal was just to try and find nice art.
Yep.
And
You
I
found
can
it.
make a little bit larger here. And this is Truvia and dextrose.
Okay, that's a very different effect. What's it mixed with?
I believe they're both water soluble, so I believe these are both in water compounds.
What magnification is the photograph at?
All of these would at least be 40.
Wow.
And then I've cropped. So this also is the Truvia and dextrose.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, lovely.
So do you use tap water?
Generally not distilled. And I can't tell you if it makes a difference. It just sounds so much more scientific to use distilled water. And I have a big gallon of it. So here, Allan, is something you can make with ABE and ethyl alcohol.
Ooh.
Hummingbirds.
I call them feather dusters.
There you go. Beautiful.
The major part at the top is unusual, but the smaller stuff at the bottom is very common. Result for ABE. So there's two different kinds of this Polish wart remover. The other one is called broad acid. And so that's what this is.
That looks like oh, can't remember.
I think seaweeds with little urchins in it.
No, I mean the crystals look like the crystals you get with another common chemical we use, tartaric acid.
Yeah.
So, I think this shows the difference in the way people's minds work. Allan is wondering about the chemistry of it and what does it resemble, and I'm just seeing sea urchins and seaweeds.
Well, I see that too.
That's it. But you're very technical. And this also is broad acid. Well, broad acid and I'm sorry. This is white wine and tartaric.
Yeah.
Isn't tartaric an acid that comes from wines?
Yes.
So that's why I mixed them together.
Wineskins.
Two more, broad acid and acetone. So you can see the small circular swirls. It's very, very common. The blue in here is telling me that I used a full wave plate. Oh, and by the way, I've since purchased a quarter wave plate and a half wave plate. And I've been experimenting with them and there's not a huge difference. I wouldn't be recommending that anyone sit around wishing they had a quarter or a half wave plate versus a full. Not a huge difference.
I get some interesting colors from my discerner mount, which has a quarter wave plate on the microscope. And then when I put a full wave plate in the optical pass, so I have both, it really intensifies some of the colors.
Huh, okay.
I don't know why. I don't know the physics of it.
So now you have a 1 1/4
That's about it.
in there. Okay.
You wouldn't think that it would matter because a wave is a wave, but it seems to do something to it.
So
I have a question about temperature. I read somewhere that the smaller the crystals means that it crystallized fast. Can you slow down the crystallization in either a humid chamber or a refrigerator?
I have tried. I've created a humid chamber by just putting a petri dish over the top of it with some solvent in there, like MEK or some of the alcohols in there to try and keep it more humid. I've used cold slides in a cold solution in a cold garage. And none of this really seems to matter.
Okay, good.
If you go back to this one, you have big swirls and small on the same slide. So the more and more that I try and figure this stuff out, the less and less I really learn from it.
I got you.
You can draw a conclusion, and I don't even know if that conclusion is correct.
Yeah.
So here I can tell you, because of the blues and yellows, I'm pretty sure I used a wave plate. And here I've either backed it off or no wave plate. I forget. But this is the same solution. That is the same as this. It's potentially the same slide, but
I love it in that monochrome.
I
want it as wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the inside of a book cover.
Yes, yes, it does.
So I think it is interesting. That and this is the same solution, just different polarizing techniques. And I knew that Allan would like the more monochrome.
And what is this material?
Broad acid and acetone.
Broad acid.
And it's another wart remover. It comes in the same size bottle, the same shape bottle. Henry called it a tube. A tube as big around as your little finger.
Yeah. Tube-shaped bottle.
Broad acid.
Do you have to get that from Poland as well, or is that something you can get?
I did. I got it from the same supplier in Poland.
Oh, okay.
Wow, this is beautiful.
So this is an alien eyeball, a dragonfly eyeball. It dried out too much. So this is ABE and methyl ethyl, is it chloride? Ketone. Methyl ethyl ketone, MEK. I don't know that the MEK does anything for me other than give me a bad headache, and I really don't think I should be using it.
Is this being done?
MEK and what?
ABE wart remover.
Is this done under the microscope or with
yes? All of these are about both. I use a microscope with a camera attached to it, and I believe I'm up around 40 power.
And have you tried oblique lighting on any of these?
No. Is it Allan called transparent light?
No, it's you're doing transillumination, I'm assuming, right?
Transillumination.
Yeah, but if you shift your condenser at the bottom off axis a little bit, you start getting oblique lighting, and it gives you interesting textural changes. Shadows, if you would.
I don't believe I have that capability.
Good.
So anyway, to me, that looks kind of like an eyeball.
It does.
Okay, now we're into the soy sauces. And this is a old one, or yeah, I'll just say it's an old one. Not worth looking at, I don't believe much. the fact that you're getting a purple tone in between instead of black tells you, I believe, that I'm using a wave plate. Here again, the blue tells me it's a wave plate with soy. And this is soy sauce. And I'm going to go out of, so it's soy sauce and Truvia.
No.
Yeah.
So I don't think you really know if you're looking at the soy sauce or the Truvia or a combination. But that's not your normal soy sauce slide, is it?
No.
Definitely not.
It looks like fire on the left. And this is
what brand of soy sauce were you using on the slide before the Truvia one?
because my wife does the shopping, she has a generic, probably a generic Walmart brand.
Okay.
I forget, but through this experiment, we found out it was well expired. So now I'm going to be using Kiko Man. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is, sorry, I think we generally want to know what these are. So this one was soy sauce and Truvia. And I believe this is primarily just soy sauce.
Wow.
That's a pretty neat picture there.
I did. I liked it. To me, it looks like stars, I don't know, a little Van Gogh effect or something.
Futuristic city, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have. And I'm much better at stopping sharing than I am starting. I got that down.
What were those bubbles in that last picture?
It just, to my knowledge, it's not bubbles. And it was just soy sauce. My notes are a little bit disheveled because I number my slides with a felt pen.
Mm-hmm.
But then if your solution goes over to that felt pin area, then it dissolves your number and you don't really know what you're looking at.
Exactly. Well, that last, but they were beautiful. All of them were. I mean, the quality is fantastic.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you want to see some rubbish ones?
Yeah, I was getting ready to show them. Yes, but
Go on, you go. Then. You go.
I'll get mine out of the way because they are shocking. None of these were taken through a compound scope. They were all taken through just my stereoscope, which is not the greatest. Hang on, let me see if I can find my share button. Not the greatest for imaging, but I will show it anyway. So, oh, for crying out loud. Just chat amongst yourselves. Why is this not moving?
I really hope you're not asking me.
I cannot understand why sometimes these things move and sometimes they don't. It's because it's half off one screen and half on the other.
It's not because you've got a box open behind it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try something here. No, now it's stuck between. Okay, Graham, do you want to go ahead while I throw this computer out the window?
I'll try. Be shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me unshare.
Oh dear, here we go. I tried. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soy. It's all soy sauce. Very boring in water. I don't know what that is really. Just weird surface texture. Yeah, interesting though. I tried doing a stereo. I was convinced there was going to have some depth to it, so I tried to do some stacking, and I'm not sure if it doesn't work because of my incompetence or there wasn't anything there. Again, it's just soy sauce. I used an old one and a 45p Tesco one. This is my Egyptian characters, or some sort of hieroglyphics or something.
I like it.
Going left, which you probably recognise. I saw them just now, the same pattern. And again, I tried to do a stereo pair, and it's just rubbish as well. Don't know what it looks like really. These are just single shots. I think that it just looks like it ought to be have some depth, but I didn't stack that one. I don't think it's even posted. It's just the raw files straight out the camera. Again, you can sort of see the structure starting to happen there, but I'm not sure what happened to this one. It's sort of half dried and half crystallized, but I suppose it's all crystal in a way. And I think that might be the last one. Again, very interesting structure. The sort of square central structure, almost looks like looking down on the Eiffel Tower or something. And that's my last one. Again, rubbish. And I tried to stack that, and it didn't work either. So yeah, I'm not doing any small stereo pair. I'm not doing any more soy sauce. I hate the smell of it as well. Right. That is it. So I'm going to attempt. Oh gosh, here we go. I'm going to attempt to get out of here.
Well, I thought these were nice pictures, actually.
Yeah, I liked a lot of them.
Weird. I did try, but I did them just after the last meeting because I was determined not to let everybody down by not doing my homework. And so long ago, I forgot what I did.
Well,
Same to me.
We're glad you're participating in it.
Yeah, that's good. There's some interesting stuff there.
I ended up with half a dozen kinds of soy sauce: dark, sweet, runny, from Thailand and from China and from Japan, and they're all the same. They all look a bit yellow as they dry, and they form these. They're actually three-dimensional. They're cubes with the faces hollowed out on them, and as time goes by, they all form a cubic crystal structure. And I know that these are terrible pictures, but these were just snapshots through the stereoscope. Let me find the better ones. So that's what these crystals look like. This is just before the last bit of liquid evaporates.
And what objective were you using, Allan?
I wasn't. I was using my Leica stereo scope, taking pictures through the photo tube.
Allan, presumably these rectangular, square, or cubic structures are salt crystals.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they are sodium chloride in the making, and then you can see in the background or on some of these slides the same patterns that you guys were seeing of the linear comb-like structures. Let me see if I can find them. I basically just took pictures of these salt crystals because I thought they were interesting, but they're not. So you can see down here where these linear things, like Graham was saying, these look very three-dimensional to me, like they were coming up out of the page. That's more like what they look like, which is kind of like what Graham's looked like too at the beginning. Except his was a decent photograph. These are just, it is impossible to get a properly focused picture with this setup I have, not being parfocal and everything, but where's the pattern? This is the one that shows the linear pattern in the background and the crystals forming on top. I've got a whole bunch of redilutes going on right now. One behind me, but it hadn't started crystallizing yet, where I redissolved the soy sauce in different solvents, alcohol, MEK, and water. Just waiting to see what happens with that. And yeah, that's about it. If anybody needs any soy sauce for cooking, I have a lot of extra, all different types. There's a mushroom one that I do not recommend, though. I told you they were going to be bad. All right, who's next? Somebody must have brought a good picture.
Just before you do that, I just put a link in chat. You've probably seen it, about a chap who spent seemingly most of his life working on snow crystals, and it's absolutely fascinating how he can actually grow crystals of any shape now, because he's worked out the temperatures and what have you that are needed to create a structure. It's a YouTube video, but it's worth watching.
Now I'm going to turn on 2000 volts.
Excuse me. Oh, it's veritasium.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to turn on 2000 volts.
Wow.
Excellent.
This is the first step in creating.
Yeah, I love his videos. He does a great job.
It's worth watching all the way through.
Snowflake consultant for the movie Frozen. Wow.
Yeah, I was pissed I didn't get that job. All right, who's next?
It's not soy sauce one, maybe, coming up.
Exactly. Does nobody else have any crystals?
I was bad, Alan. I didn't do anything because I didn't think I was going to make it. I had a funeral to go to this morning, and it got over faster than I thought. And I'm glad to be here. Sorry I didn't do my homework.
Yeah, glad you're here. Glad you made it. Well, this will be the shortest crystal art ever. Does anybody else have any non-soy sauce crystals that they've been working on?
I already showed you mine. I'm sorry, I had to go check on my furnace people. The motherboard's out and things aren't working. But I'm glad that Mike is here. Mike put in a lot of work initially on some Excel spreadsheets and some background. And I don't know that any of us are using that. And I've tried, and I can't really find them again in the shared drive of Google Sheets. But I just like to remind people that they're out there. I think there's a repository where we can put things. I remember and I've gone further. I've taken a regular picture with no wave plate, a full wave plate, a half wave plate, and a quarter wave plate, all the exact same picture. And I'd like to post those. And I think that's what Mike allowed us to do, correct, Mr. Olson? So I should be able to post those out there somewhere for us.
Yeah, you should be able to. I'll put the link up there. I'm in it right now. I wonder what happened to the your files and stuff like that.
That's just to the Google Drive, correct?
Right.
I don't want to take over the meeting, but would you be able to share your screen and show us how to do all that?
Well, that's my computer. I don't know. I've got the resolution real high, and every time I share my screen, it doesn't work. So my apologies, but I was just looking at where that spreadsheet was.
Would it be easier to form a Facebook group that's private?
Well, they put so much information out there. It's like a 15-column spreadsheet.
Right.
And that you can actually download, and then you would use it for some of your slides and your information. And they have a list of 50 different chemicals and melting points and other things. Can you share that and show us, Alan, how to get
Yeah,
to some of
I'm
that
looking
stuff?
for it to make sure I have it.
It's just in the crystal art within the shared Google Drive. But anyway, there's a lot of information out there, and I feel bad they worked on it so hard, and we're seemingly ignoring it at this point.
Well, let me show you what.
Too hard to find.
It is. We just need to get over that hump.
So this is Google Drive, and this is the crystal art folder right here.
I'm seeing like 5 different screens.
Can you expand it to full screen, Alan?
It is.
Not on our side.
Okay. It is. It's completely filling my screen.
I've put the link in the chat, I think, to it.
Okay. I will grab the link and put it in there.
The chat box, yeah.
At the risk of not being able to do anything, maybe
I found it. It's under Crystal Art Toolkit, ZIP. That's where the files are at.
And so I click on the zip drive, and I don't get anything to happen.
It's got 2 files in it. It's got the slide log and the crystal art chemical properties.
Correct.
Mine doesn't look like that at all. I get questions, reference material, shared docs, and shared images.
Okay, under ref materials,
right?
Reference materials, you'll see the crystal art toolkit. Download that.
Yep.
Can you share?
That's it.
Can you share, Henry, and show us what you're doing?
Sure. Let me hold on a second here.
I think maybe Henry ought to be the co-host.
Okay, so
yeah, that's what mine looks like.
There we are. So just going back one, since this is following the link that Graham put there, the ref materials, and then this is the toolkit. So what you want to do is download it.
Oh, I was double clicking. Okay.
Oh no, it won't do that because you have to download it first.
Yeah, and then once you've got it downloaded, yeah, I'd have to share a different screen. But anyway, it brings up that there's two files inside the kit.
Okay, so you go to the dots and download.
Yeah,
and I might have already done. I believe I've already done that.
I have to admit, I don't use it. I should. It's just more work than I really want to do most of the time. Just talk a little bit about workflow. What I do personally is let me unshare here. Oh gosh, what is that? Okay, sorry. Let me stop. There we go. What I do is I've got a bunch of these cheap baking pans I bought from the dollar store. They're like $1.25 each. They're see if I've got one handy. In fact, this one's got my soy sauce samples in it. But these things are super cheap, and I put a paper towel in the bottom of it and put the slides on top of that, and then just jot on the paper towel what they are. And then I do that out in the garage. And then I bring those back into the house and work them through. And then when I bring them into Lightroom, or when I download them, I put what they are in the file name, and then I put them in the Lightroom and I keyword them. So I've got pretty good record of it. What I'm not doing consistently, and I need to do a better job on, is saying what objective or lens I'm using to photograph them.
But being technologically and oriented like you are, I think you would find some of that stuff interesting that Mike had created for us.
No,
It is good.
I
It's great
haven't.
stuff in there.
It's on my list.
Okay.
Right now, I'm building LEDs for UV light and 405 light. There's a whole table. You can see it behind me. Quite
Okay.
a mess. So I've got multimeters and all kinds of stuff out. So that's taken me 2 days to get that all sorted. So I should have just sent it to Graham or Allan.
So, do we want to have another homework assignment?
Mm-hmm.
I likely will not be able to participate in it. I'll be able to have the meeting, but I'm going to be away for a month in Nevada, and I won't be by my microscope.
What did you come up with? Did you think of one?
I have not. I don't want to do it. It could be maybe anything but soy sauce.
I'd vote for that.
Or it could make us all get out and buy the what is it? Monk fruit sweetener.
It's fun to play with any of those sweeteners. Monk fruit, stevia, truvia. There's a ton of different ones out there, and particularly if you're like at a restaurant or a Starbucks or something like that, and you see all the stuff they've got, grab a couple packets. You can do a lot with one packet of sweetener.
So I've done that, and I'm sure I have 12 different brands and colors of packets. And I tried to melt them on a hot plate, and I just get nothing. They bubble or just turn brown, and it's a complete failure.
The thing about melting is you've got to really pay attention, and the moment you see it liquefies when you pull it off. You don't spend much time on it, because this stuff will all burn pretty quickly, and once it does, it's done.
Okay, so just pay attention to it. It starts to it'll go through a visible transformation, going from a solid to a liquid, and then just pull it off.
Right, when it's transparent.
What about it being too thick? Seemed like you could have a big lump of the stuff.
Well, I keep some little glue brushes. They're these cheap metal glue brushes. You can get a big bag of them from Amazon, and I use those to spread it around.
Acid-free brushes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can throw those out once you're done with them, or because they usually, once you've used them, they're shot. But or you can do the thing with the spreading the slide, or once it's off the thing, it doesn't harden right away. You've got a few seconds at least to move the material around on the slide.
Do you guys keep and catalog all these slides, or throw them away, or is there a way to reuse them?
I just throw them all into water and let them soak them off, and then wash them. It's one of my watching TV jobs is to bring out my little basin and throw some Dawn in there, and I'm washing slides.
For some of the better slides, you are going to want to save them. So I have a box of like 50 slides that you get from Amazon, and you can have 50 slides in there numbered and identified.
Any of you guys use surfactants?
I have used alcohol or just dish detergent. You're talking about breaking down the surface tension?
I've got a bottle of Kodak Photo Flow I've used. It works a little bit, and I've done the thing Allan was suggesting, where you take the little Scotch-Brite pad, and when I wash them, I rub them every time I wash them with that, and it does seem to help some.
With the Scotch-Brite?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my last thing I do when I wash them.
Or a 600 grit sandpaper is another way.
Yeah.
It just makes the liquid spread out over the slide without clumping as much.
I didn't know they made 10,000 grit sandpaper, but I bought some.
They do.
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth.
That would be something interesting under the microscope.
It actually is, because that's what you layer some diatoms on to let them dry. as
Oh,
opposed to letting them dry on glass where they tend to stick. Makes it easier to pick them up.
Wow.
Learning all kinds of tricks.
wow.
So due to contamination of reusing the same dropper that you suggested, Alan, like a 20, what is it called, microliter, whatever. So now I'm using a regular ice dropper that goes into the bottle, so I'll never cross-contaminate it. But now those drops are too large, and I just went through 20 BALG crystals and just got absolutely nothing.
Do you have the kind? Do you use the kind of pipette with a removable tip?
I was, but now it's just a regular eyedropper, and it doesn't seem to be working.
I just took a rubber band and I just taped the tip to the bottle for my other stuff. So I always have the same tip with that bottle, much as you have the eyedropper on some of your bottles. I just either tape it or rubber band it on.
Okay. I'll see if I continue to have failures, and that might be what I need to do.
Harold, what do you mean by failure?
There was not a single thing to look at or take a picture of, and it was visually quite different. It was empty in the middle and dried around the perimeter, and it was totally different bulk solution than what I've ever encountered before. Complete failure, nothing worth keeping.
Is it? We haven't really talked much about it, about seeding crystals, and I just wondered, what people have done about seeding, apart from having a dirty slide.
That's basically what I do when I rough up the slide with sandpaper. I create grooves that seed the crystal. It seems to speed up crystallization as well as holding everything spread out.
But yeah, dropping a grain of another chemical in there. I have not done that very often, but it is an interesting exercise.
So I've tried that also, and I've not had any success. Well, you drop it in, the seeding sometimes doesn't dissolve and you have lumps. But I've heard other people, if you put even a strand of hair in your solution, it can cause the crystals to form better or more rapidly.
So what's different about this solution of Balge that you have nothing growing out of the liquid?
There is nothing different about the solution. It's something that I've made before, but the only difference is I'm using the eyedropper that comes with that bottle. And this is about as best as I can show you on the slide. You can see it's white around the perimeter, and there's just nothing in the middle. There's just nothing there. And I make 30 slides at a time, 3 columns of 10. And the first column is always 10 variations of BALG, B-A-L-G solution. And this time, the past 2 times, it was a complete failure both times. To me, the only difference is the amount of the size of the drop going on the slide. So I think the main thing we learn on this is we all have different variations. We all need to solve our own problems. We get good ideas.
Crystal photography is a crapshoot. I think that should be our slogan.
So is landscape photography, to go out and hope for a sunrise, hope for a sunset.
Yeah, it's true. You go to the same place over and over again, you get different shots.
We just get to do it in our garage.
It makes no sense to me that you get no crystals forming from a Balge solution that you made up yourself.
Yes, just as I do.
The only thing I can think of is if there was water in the bulb of the dropper that diluted your specimen to the point that there wasn't enough.
No, I even weighed it out to try and get it at a certain percent of being totally saturated.
Yeah.
And it's so far not working, but it will eventually.
Could it be the fact that you're putting a large drop, or relatively large drop, onto a slide, and you're getting the effect of dilution of the chemical because it's drying at the edges, and it sucks the chemical out because of the way it's drying. It's so big, it's not all drying together. Does that make sense?
That makes more sense than diluting it with water or anything, because it's the same solution I've been making.
If you look at around the edges, have you got a good crystalline structure there?
Yes, that's where I have a crystalline structures around the perimeter.
My guess would be that it was too thick, and you're changing the concentration of the chemical in solution because of the way it's drying. That's a layman's guess, but best I can think of.
To me, it makes sense because it was a large bubble, and that's why I was interested in the 3M pad to spread it out and help act as a surfactant. Okay. It'll be 30 days before I can try it. Since I'm not going to be able to do much, I'll let you all decide on what the assignment is. Crickets. We have to do something with crickets.
Be fun to see different types of alcohol.
Booze.
Yeah, I was at the Total Wine store a week or two back and picked up a few bottles at the little airport airline sized bottles. Bought a few different things.
Oh, I've got some of those somewhere.
Hmm?
Oh, does that sound okay to everybody?
Yeah.
Some type of booze or some mixture thereof.
Or ethyl or isobutyl. I mean, there's every kind of alcohol in the world. Methanol.
Yeah. If you don't have the drinking stuff around the house, you could use the
Just be interesting to see if you use just one crystal, the effect of different alcohols on a single crystal, but maybe it's not consistent enough that you always get the same result. I'm a novice at this. It's just a question.
I think it's a great idea.
I'm trying to look something up here. Mike, you might remember the name. Okay, I'm going back to what Mike helped get uploaded to the Crystal Art website. They put in a link of some articles. One of the articles is by the Canadian guy that does crystal photography. He has a whole section on wine and what he has done with wine crystals, and they're quite beautiful. He will teach you what he does, and he says he'll share any and all information if you go up and visit him in Calgary, Canada, except he will not share with you what he learned from wine. He says it's all open, except he won't tell you what he did to get the good wine crystals. But that's a good place to go to look to see what's possible.
I bet he'll let you tell you the secrets if you take a good bottle or two.
It's an Australian wine that he was hired to do crystals for. Okay, so that the assignment? Alcohol?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
We can mix it with other stuff.
It'd be fun to see it just react with one particular, crystal, citric acid, whatever you choose, tartaric. It'd just be fun to see how you can massage one material in everybody's different ways.
So that actually is what I did: citric acid and some sort of a whiskey, and it turned out pretty good.
I mean, I don't know. I was just throwing that out.
Well, I'd say make it open. If you want to try the same ingredient with different alcohols, or if you want to try the same alcohol with different ingredients.
Yeah.
you know, whatever you want to do, and just come up with
It's
a
all
dozen.
informative. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Or just the pure alcohol. I mean,
Yeah.
without any adulterants or added complications. Just dry some wine.
Alcohol with different kinds of soy sauce.
I'm never eating that stuff again. Yeah, whatever you want to do, so long as it's alcoholic.
All right.
Sounds like a winner.
And if people are not spending time in the Discord crystal photography group, it doesn't get a lot of activity, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. I don't post to it, and I should, just because some great suggestions of things to try and just resources people find. Just want to mention that.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else?
We're interrupting Allan's lunch.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I've been so busy.
That's fair.
I thought a granola bar would do the trick.
Okay, so it's any sort of alcohol, and Bud says it doesn't even have to be consumable alcohol. I have 200 proof. It's you can drink it. It's a lab grade. What do they call it when it's been blessed? Anyway.
I'm rather sure it hadn't been blessed at 200 proof.
It has been. What's the name for that? Anyway.
This has definitely not been blessed, but that's the lab grade alcohol I use.
Okay.
I use cheaper than that.
Cheaper than Everclear?
Oh yeah, you get some strange looks at the liquor store when you put 2 bottles of those things on the counter.
Oh dear. That's
every
about
day.
it.
What's that?
Every day.
Yep.
It's when you go in the afternoon and yeah, to get 2 more. All right, guys. Well, we won't. If there's nothing else that anybody has a burning desire to discuss, we'll reconvene next month to with some wine and other nice stuff, drinkable crystals.
I just have one last word. I looked it up. My alcohol is kosher.
Okay.
Kosher.
Kosher. That's what I ordered it from Lab Alley, and that's what I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if my crystals turn out better than yours, you know why.
Yep, it's because of all the pork in my alcohol that spoiled it.
Means the rabbi actually stood over it, but interesting. So it's
Thank
the
you.
BYOB.
There you go, BYOB crystals. When are you heading to foreign land, Harold?
Nevada. I'm going this Sunday.
Well, travel safe and enjoy your time away. And we will reconvene. Some of us will reconvene tomorrow, Patreon per Zoom meeting. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. But thanks everybody for coming, and we'll do your best to make some crystals before next week, and let's see what all we can get from this assignment. I'll send out a reminder in the blog post midway through the month.
So, Allan, can I give you a phone call about your microscope thing after this? Do you have a meeting?
I have a lesson at 3:30. I'll have a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to just give me a 5 and then call?
All right, we'll do.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Thanks,
See everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye all.
See ya.